Recently we took a wonderful visit to a farm just outside of Dallas area. It's called Eden's Garden CSA Farm. Now, if you don't know what a CSA farm is, but you kind of know what a co-op is, well, did you know there's a difference?
There is a big one.
There's a big difference, so we want to tell you how. Take a look.
I own and operate a 14-acre organic farm. About 2 of it is in production here, and then I have a small hoop house in the front. And originally, my objective was to have a farmer's market here before I started farming. My background is in horticulture, but it's in ornamentals. And upon finding few organic farmers, I decided to go ahead and put the shovel in the dirt, and I broke ground. And I did it through community supported agriculture, or CSA, as opposed to going to the bank and taking out a loan. I offered it to my existing garden center customers. I own Eden's Organic Garden Center, and I had a mailing list of people for there. I said, hey, you guys want a farm out here? And they're like, yeah. So I decided what the budget was gonna be and approximately how much land I felt comfortable working by myself, and then how many people I could probably feed on that amount of land. And that is what determined the cost of the membership, or the share cost.
So our viewers hear, the word, or the acronym CSA a lot. I think there's a lot of confusion as to the difference between a CSA and a co-op, because there are a lot of people that have been doing co-ops for 20, 30 years or more. Can you kind of give folks an idea of what the difference is between the two?
There's a large difference between the two, and the co-ops of 15 years ago are even different than the co-ops of today. You do have a lot of co-ops today that do try to buy from local farms and cater to their customers. There's usually a middleman. The old co-ops was all the neighborhood got together and ordered themselves. Now you actually have proprietors that are using the model and running it themselves. So there's now a middleman between the farmer and the eater. And that is one of the primary differences between CSA and any kind of co-op, is your dollar is now going to this middleman, and then the farmer is getting a percentage of it. So let's say it's 50 cents on the dollar. So I'm running 2 acres, I get paid for 1.
So interesting. I had no idea the difference.
It is, yeah. Actually working directly with the farmer, not the middleman or middlewoman. So we actually have Marie in the audience today, and we're really appreciative for the time that we got to spend out at your farm. So that was a great
We have the best job getting to go out and meet people that actually grow and have a passion for the same thing we have a passion for.
Absolutely.
And I think she's got a job for both of us if we ever want to go dig in the ground.
Make compost, take the horse
Make
manure.
anything.
Yeah, she gave us a little list. But
We are for hire.
Most importantly is what we get to take back from the farms.
It looked a little better than this, actually. Actually looked a lot better than this. It was vibrant and not so wilty, but it got in a hot car. And believe it or not, we had heat in Dallas yesterday, and it kind of took a little bit of a beating.
A little wilted, but the Brussels sprouts aren't. This doesn't even look like Brussels sprouts. It looks like maybe collard greens or something else.
Right.
Underneath those leaves
Now that's
are all
gorgeous.
the Brussels sprouts. So
Listen. Oh.
So
Right? That's what I said.
we're gonna peel those off. A couple things for prepping this. First, we're not gonna waste the leaves. When y'all go to the grocery store and the Brussels sprouts are already popped off the stalk, sometimes you'll see them on the stalk, very seldom with the leaves. The leaves are delicious, buttery, they've got body to them. I'm a huge fan, so we're gonna be working with those in just a second.
All right.
We're gonna be pulling off the leaves from the sprouts themselves. And what's really key, because I also have some of her radishes, is on the cleanup. So these are coming out of the ground. They don't come triple pre-washed, plastic packaged, all the stuff you see at the grocery store. This is the real deal. So you're gonna find a little bit of dirt on your produce. That's how it comes out of the ground.
And it's not going to hurt you.
It's not gonna hurt you. So let me show you the key. Key on dealing with produce, like these radishes, is to take them and put them into an ice water bath. That'll bring back a little bit more vibrant color and a little bit more texture, a little bit more body to it. And by putting it in the ice water, the dirt will float, or not float, will fall down to the bottom, and the leaves, so if we were cleaning the leaves would actually float to the top. And y'all can see the difference here in waiting just 10 minutes. This water that had all the dirt in it compared to this water, which I don't want to stir up, but if you look at it now, see how that just turned dirty? That's all the dirt that we just got off of our radishes. So a little shortcut if you're thinking you're not liking your CSA produce, you gotta wash, and that's the best way. All right, so I'm gonna take some of these greens. Will you do me a favor?
Sure.
I'm gonna have you cut off the bottom, and we're gonna take these leaves off the Brussels sprouts and pull those off, and make me a little pile of those there, if you would.
See, I would have just cut the leaves and eaten those. They look good to me.
We're going to.
Okay.
And I'm tearing off the greens off the top.
You're
These,
gonna save those. They look really thick.
they're thick. They're gonna cook down, so we're gonna saute them just really quickly. Real fresh taste. They don't have any of that, I don't know, that kind of earthiness that you had from, mom or grandma's Brussels sprouts that she would overcook until they were completely dead, and they were probably on a store shelf
And
for
smell horrible.
weeks or months. This is all about freshness. So once we come back, we'll take a look at how we're gonna cook these up.
Garth's Brussels sprouts from Eden's Garden are gonna be really good. So y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.